Good morning, my friends. I hope that you turned out for the live stream last night. If you didn't, that's alright. There will be one more, another one, this Sunday coming at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope to see you there. Understand something. It is hard. Like, I'm still getting used to this Hangouts app. And it's kind of hard to post the links because first I have to start the thing, then I have to share the link out and, you know, make like a big Paul Revere sort of ride and post it everywhere. So if you would do me the little kind favor, when you show up, post it to your social media and your rooms. I would love to thank the Greyhorn Pagans for actually doing that. They actually did it. They shared me out on the Telegram group and Minds, and that was very huge. But we had a lot of fun, Moots and I. We did 2 hours of just yakking, interacting with you, and throwing cards, and I even did a personal reading. Just like a little 3-card spread with 3 Oracle cards and a Spirit Cat card, which I thought about bringing today, but I didn't do that. Anyway, the day of the moon, Monday, and because it is the day of the moon, I have a special surprise for all of you. We are using the Moonology Manifestations deck by Yasmin Boland. This one just came out not too long ago. I looked at the cards, immediately got very, very acquainted with them, and they're very familiar already because I'm reading her book. All you got to do is read her book, Moonology, and her Moonology and Moonology Manifestations decks, you will get them 100%. It's very easy. I'm also using the Raven's Prophecy, the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, the Viking or half of the Viking Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, and Runes of the Gods by Witcharoo, who was also there last night. So 3 out of the 4 founding members of the Society for Celestial Intuitives were there, and we had a great time. I'm still trying to contact someone. There's a friend of mine I would like to introduce you to. He will be making an appearance, not on this channel, but on the Hangouts app with me. So I would, as soon as I get in touch with him, and as soon as I clear it with him, I mean, his schedule's pretty free and open, so I don't see why he wouldn't be able to. He is going to sit in my place. He's going to be hanging out with Moots and hanging out with you, and I hope you enjoy him because he is quite an uplifting and very positive character. I do enjoy hanging around him quite a bit. In any case, I wanted to say something that despite having to work this weekend, I actually had an okay time. I really did. It was kind of great actually, and I told this story as we were talking, as we were kind of yakking back and forth. I told this story. This happened at work yesterday. A little girl, you could hear this little girl just crying from from really far off. She was really letting go. And Dad, of course, arrived at the pharmacy to pick something up, and she was still going. And so I looked at the little girl, and I'm fond of doing various voices and things like that, but if it's one thing about children, I love to see children laugh. I love to see them smile. And I will take great pains to make that happen. So I looked at this little girl and I went, "Why are you fussing? What's the matter? What you fussing about?" And she began to cry even more. It was even louder. So, knowing that we had some lollipops around, I went to this one little area where the lollipops were, and I began sifting through the bowl, and I found 1 root beer lollipop left. If anyone knows me, you know If you give me a root beer lollipop, you are instantly my best friend. I love those things. I will walk around with those things, the stick sticking out of my mouth, and no shame. But it was the only one left, and I thought, why not give it to her? So I did. She was, of course, Dad had to put her down so that he could conduct business. She was not liking that in the least. And I gave her this little root beer dum-dum. Older girl. She took it and instantly quiet. And Dad was like, what do you say? And that little voice lit me up from the inside out. I swear I probably glowed when she went, thank you. And then she lifted it to Dad and went, open up. And Dad went, what do you say? And she went, please. And of course he unwrapped it. I went back into the pharmacy, and by the time I got in there, she already had the thing in her mouth. The stick was sticking out of her mouth, and I went, it's already done, isn't it? That's good. And I gave her the thumbs up, and she gave me a thumbs up right back. I was practically walking on air. And you know what? Just remembering that makes all the difference in the world. Despite the weather out there, I think it's going to be a very, very wonderful day. And I really want to get this reading to you, so let's get it done. Who is showing up as our significator today, or what is showing up? You are the thing. You embody that diplomacy. You embody that reaching across the aisles and coming together and working with others. And your guide is none other than Thor. We've had Odin and his son show up quite a bit last week, and it looks like they're not stopping now. They have very important messages for us. So Thor is here to break us out of that rut, to put us in a position of strength. And judging from your being the all thing or the thing, it doesn't look like you're doing a show of force. You are doing a show of diplomacy from a position of strength, which I love that starting out for a Monday. You are here to make your world, the vision that you have, count. I love that. I think it's great. And I am so glad that's us today. Because make no mistake about it, we are very strong. We are very much in tune with what we need. We have everything we need to make it happen. So let's make it happen. Who is our spirit animal for today? We have a snake spirit. Yeah, I know. Fingernails chipping. It's fine. I'm going to strip it down and redo them today. Anyway, snake spirit. And its message is it's time to heal. We can do that. We can make that happen. We gotta stop stoking fires. We gotta stop doing all that. If we're gonna bury the hatchet, we gotta put the handle in the ground too. We can't leave the handle sticking out. Understand? I think you do. But the thing about the snake is, the snake has a tendency to shed skin. I know you're hearing a lot of pauses out of me. I am not fond of snakes. I'm just not. Has to do with a bit of childhood trauma, but just anything with a long tubular body, no appendages, moves a little faster than I do, and literally gets rid of its own skin, to me is a little weird. Don't you think? But anyway, that's what the snake does. It does what's called molting. It will shed its skin and come out with brand new scales, brand new everything, because it's healed from past wounds. And as long as we're diplomatic but strong, as long as we can command that respect without saying it, I think we'll be okay. turning to the tarot, we have the Fool. We also have an Ace of Cups and a Five of Swords. Now, the Fool is all about going on that new adventure. We're taking some chances, but we're finding that new path, and we're embracing it. That Ace of Cups is some new emotions we're exploring. Feelings we've never felt quite before, we haven't felt in a long time, are gonna kind of come back. And we need to explore those. And if you're feeling those emotions of anger and insecurity, it's time to ask why. Why does that, you know what, even emotions of happiness and pure elation and joy, or feelings of apathy, ask yourself why. Why am I feeling that way? What makes me feel that way? And see what your mind comes up with. Meditate on it a while. Use a pendulum if you have to. Whatever you gotta do, light a candle and stare at the flame for a while. But focus on your breathing and really ask yourself, why do I feel those emotions? That's a pertinent question here. Because even if you're feeling those extreme feelings of elation and joy and euphoria, and they're not drug-induced, as long as they're not chemically induced, if you're feeling those extreme emotions, whether it's, anger, joy, fear, love, whatever, really kind of explore those and find out why. Because that Five of Swords will be the trigger for it. And it's important to know that this Five of Swords is an important card. Because while it symbolizes struggle, and while it symbolizes a bit of loss, a little dejection and some disappointment, you're going to know why you feel that way, and you'll be able to handle it a little better. Get it? And that's what it's all about, is handling that. There are going to be some disappointments in trying to come across. That's what compromise is all about. You will have to give a little ground, and they will have to give a little ground. We have to kind of work toward that middle. We have to really work together on this, okay? For the moon cards, we have a first quarter moon in Capricorn. We have a first quarter moon in Cancer, and we have a last quarter moon in Scorpio. So the advice that these cards give first is to unleash your kindest self. I mean, look at that. Is that not beautiful? We also have push through any insecurity. So does it matter what someone thinks of you? No, not today. Not today at all. This is going to be a great day, because once you do that, you can reveal what needs to be seen. And right now in reality, we have a moon in Sagittarius, which, if you go to Fixed Air Moon, that channel, Brian, who is also one of the founding members of the Society for Celestial Intuitive, Intellectual Creatives, there we go. Anyway, it's what I was I'm stumbling over my words here, and I'm not cutting that out. It's one take and uncut, people. That's what happens, even the screw-ups. But, we have just come out of that Gemini energy. You can see that right there. And we are, when you reveal what absolutely needs to be seen, you are going to, you're not going to win people over. People will start seeing things from your point of view. It's and vice versa as well. You will see things from another point of view, and that's important today. Trying to see all those sides, even if you are digging your own heels in on your own belief systems, your own thoughts, and those things that you really hold on to mentally. You are going to start seeing both sides of this thing today. And that's what carries you a little forward, a little further forward. It's what will also carry them a little further toward you. So that's a huge thing to look at today. And finally, for the runes, we have Rider-Waite, which is our journey. We have Yera, which is success and rewards, and we have Gabo. Now let me tell you, I am not surprised that these particular runes came out, because Rider-Waite also represents clarity, and you will need that clarity today, because this, what you're doing right here, is a journey. It's not a destination. Forget the destination, okay? Focus on the journey itself, because that's what brings you that success and prosperity. By giving a little ground, you will gain as well. And then we have Gabo. Gabo, we are going to be as generous as we can possibly be today, but remember, it is gift for gift, like for like, right? You give a little ground, they give a little, until you both meet at an equal point, till you meet right there in the center. You do not give this much ground, they do not give this much ground. No extremes, because then no one benefits. It's the rule of one over another, and that is not what we're looking for. That is what the illusion has been this whole time. And we don't hold to the illusion. And those that do, they're trying to prop it up, and they will be crushed under the rubble of it. There's still time to turn from it. There's still time to turn away from it and say, you know what? Maybe this illusion isn't so hot after all. And what little you do today will amount to greater tomorrow. So let's wrap this up. So, you are going to be diplomatic today, but remember, you are doing it from a position of very, very quiet strength, not force. You're out to heal today, you are out to heal others and yourself, because what you give away, you must also give back to yourself. Take that chance, take that journey, explore those emotions, try to figure out why you're so disappointed, why you're feeling a little dejected here. Try to figure that out. But remember, be your kindest self. Let go of the insecurity. Reveal what absolutely must be seen, what cannot be ignored. Because today, you earn your rewards in your travels and your journeys today, but only by being clear, and only by exhibiting an example of generosity. I hope this reached all of you today. I hope that you got something from this. I hope that you looked at this and said, I know exactly what I need to do today. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other. Always do what lights you up. And as always, my friends, shine on.